Hello, happy Friday afternoon to you. Happy last day of work to me before a few weeks off. Very excited. Ed Phillips settling in for the better living portion of today here at Talking Lifestyle. Got some great stuff coming up, especially if you're already away on holidays, tromping around near the bushland somewhere. We'll chat to Professor George Breitberg before the hour's done on what to do in case of a snake or spider bite. He would know. He's the Director of Emergency Medicine at Royal Melbourne Hospital. Also get an update on this amazing Sydney to Hobart race. Steve Barker will call through again from Hobart. There's been protests. We want to know if there'll be counter-protests. And half the field's still racing. So we'll follow that action. We'll cross to Steve around half an hour's time. And Lucy Chesterton will be calling in too. She's from Yahoo 7's B Lifestyle. She's got a full wrap of everything happening for New Year's Eve celebrations. If you want to make notes of what's happening in your capital city, stick with us. Lucy has us covered as well. Plus, it might just be that it's my last day, but we might go bananas with Chef Daniel as well next hour. For our food hour, I mean, many of you are probably doing a classic Aussie road trip over the summer holidays. Many of you may even pass through Coffs Harbour and see the big banana. Stop for a photo, some souvenirs. It's the inspiration for our show today. So everything bananas coming up in a couple of hours from now as well. And then signing off with the last Ruthie's Australia for 2017. Ruth will be joining us along with the Duck, who's live somewhere around the Tweed River, I think, on the Queensland-New South Wales border, already well into his holidays. He's so relaxed. Hopefully he'll answer the phone. And we'll take you through a couple of hours of good times right around the country. Hope you can stick with us here on Talking Lifestyle.
On Talking Lifestyle, better living. Take Talking Lifestyle with you wherever you go. Download the app now.
Nice to be with you. Hardest working nutritionist around is still going at it with her clients. Lovely to cap off our last show for 2017 with Sarah Di Lorenzo. Hello to you.
Hi, Ed.
Now, did I talk it up too early, or are you already away on holidays?
I'm already away.
Curse you.
I'm in Surfers Paradise now on what is truly a spectacular, divine Gold Coast day. Beautiful up here. Pure perfection.
Everyone is on holidays except me.
Everyone's on holidays but you.
Never mind. Now, I think you've probably just survived with your daughter being there recently for schoolies, have you not? So nice for you to revisit and see what mischief she may have gotten up to. This is an important time coming up across the weekend, right? Because New Year's resolutions are on everybody's mind. Some of us just say them just for the sake of it. Some of us really try and set an agenda for the year with things to accomplish. What seem to be some of the most common ones, though, that maybe you hear from a nutritionist side from your clients?
Before I answer that, I want to just say right now that I'm so excited about today's segment because I really am, because New Year's resolution is all about the hope of change, and it's really the very foundation of my work. People come and see me with, they want to change their life with weight loss, disease, fatigue, etc. And I actually change them with my private consultations and my program, Weight Loss for Life, which is available on my website. But you know what? That's what drives me is the change. And when we talk about New Year's resolutions, it's the positivity of hope and the reality of change. But the top ones are exercise more, lose weight, eat more healthy, have a better approach to life, learn a new skill or a hobby, spend more time on personal well-being, spend time with family and friends, drink less alcohol, stop smoking, and the other ones are reading more, travel, and learning a language. So that's what people write down.
Now, here's the problem, right, Sarah? Because these are great goals. Yeah. However, they need some sort of mini steps within them, don't they? And we've spoken about this, I think, just briefly before, but how to facilitate. Because, I don't have the stats, but I wonder how long the average person sticks to these New Year's resolutions before the kind of wheels fall off. What do you think?
Okay, so 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by the second week of February.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
They do, and you know what, Ed? Just 8% of people will actually achieve their New Year's resolution goals. Okay. But there's some great strategies to put into place. I mean, people get overexcited. We've just had Christmas. We've got the New Year is all about hope and exciting, and it's a clean slate. So people they can create overwhelming goals. And the first step is to really keep it simple. Pick something that's short and easy, that's a lifestyle change. If it's food or exercise or whatever it is, make it a simple goal. The other one is make it tangible. The thing is, how are you going to do this? Are you going to do a program? If there is no how, that's why people fail. But and I've got a few other steps to do it. I think the primary one is get a journal or a diary. Any change in life everyone is a student when they're learning something new. And if it's weight loss, if it's an exercise program, if it's eating more healthy, get the journal or a diary, sit down, write down why you're doing it and what you're doing, what your plan is and how you're going to execute it. Work out your baseline. Work out if it's getting a personal trainer, if it's improving your exercise and fitness, you're going to get a personal trainer. How are you going to do it? Where are you going to resource this from? Remembering small steps, and always remember why you've set out your goal. Health is, if it's to be healthy, health isn't the prize. It's actually a better quality of life. You can involve others. And always be thankful for, the changes that you're going through. I love this one. Schedule it. Put whatever it is in your diary, make it into a schedule. If it's not there, if it's not at the forefront of what you're doing, then you'll fail at it generally. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, did we not also say it's a good idea with these resolutions, with these goals, to write down how it will make you feel once you achieve that goal? So you attach a little bit of a visceral reaction to achieving your goal as well. Feel it ahead of time.
Well, that's what I call the why. So I always say to people, you've got the why. Always write down at the beginning of your journal, or if it's a food diary or whatever it is, why are you doing this? And always revert back to that. Cut it out, stick it on your fridge, put it somewhere, and remember, you're wanting to change something that you're unhappy with in your life. And this gorgeousness of the New Year's resolution is giving you that opportunity to really start addressing it. But yeah, always look back at the beginning of what I am a very big believer in writing things down and keeping a diary of it, and also of your progress.
Yeah, good.
And then the how is how you're going to execute what you're going to do.
Yeah, so some of these resolutions are a little vague, like exercise more, we understand that. Eat better is a bit wishy-washy. So what are some tips for good nutrition if eating better is one of your resolutions? Okay,
so that's actually third on the list, to improve, to eat better. This is my tip. For everyone listening out there, grab a pen and paper if you like. Get yourself a food diary for a week, for 7 days. In there, eat more, put fish in there 3 times a week. Every meal have some fruit or vegetables in it. For breakfast, if it's a chia pudding, throw some fruit on it. Salad with lunch, vegetables with dinner. So you include vegetables in meals. This is another one that I really want to address with people, because I see it clinically a lot. And it's address your beverages. People come in and people come in who are doing my weight loss program, or they come in and they're like, why aren't I losing weight, or different things like that. And it's like, you have to understand that a cappuccino is 250 calories. Get rid of the soft drinks, get rid of the fizzy drinks, cut all those drinks out. I love the lemon water in the morning. That's great for weight loss. And I actually found on Christmas Day that some of my Greek relatives a couple of generations ago used to get the other side of the lemon and rub it on their elbows and rub it on their face.
What?
And it was to make their elbows nice and smooth and to make their skin nice and soft. So not only if you use a lemon or all the way around, you'll actually do an acid peel on your face and have nice smooth elbows.
You're rubbing it on your elbows. Okay. Mad people, but good.
Alcohol, give your liver a break. Make sure alcohol is 4 nights a week out of your. Everyone likes to drink here and there, but that's the other one I really address with people when they're trying to change their nutrition. Experiment with whole grains. Cut out the bread and all the white flour-based products. Include yummy grains like quinoa, buckwheat, wild rice, brown rice. You can have those even at breakfast. And the other one is try a vegetarian meal once a week. There's so many amazing proteins with vegetarian meals, like beans, lentils, tofu, nuts and seeds. It's less expensive than meat and chicken, and it's something that you can, just to learn a vegetarian meal and learn the amazing proteins you can incorporate. But the other one is lifestyle-wise with nutrition. Don't eat in front of the TV. Sit down and make eating a pleasure with family and friends. Prepare all your own food. Limit restaurants. And also remember to track your progress. Keep diet diaries. Shop in advance. But it's basically, protein with every meal, 2 pieces of fruit a day, yummy whole grains, lots of hydration, and proteins like fish, of course, because they're easily digested.
Good one. Okay, now this is going to get us on track for 2018. By the way, your SDL method, Sarah Di Lorenzo method, it's weight loss for life. So people always think, I've got to go on a diet for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. It doesn't really, give you enough kick. What you want to do with your method, I believe, is to change sort of lifetime habits, right? And it's a 10-week program that you launch. This is good timing for those wanting to start 2018 with a bang.
Yeah, look, Weight Loss for Life is a program that I wrote because I wanted to give a successful program to people out there who couldn't get to me, and it's really based on what I've learned as a clinical nutritionist over the years. But basically, in those 10 weeks, you learn how to do a detox in weeks 5 and 6. You learn intermittent fasting in a fun, friendly way. It's not traumatic. It gives you every meal. It gives you every meal for 10 weeks. All the recipes included. I've got people who are doing it now who I've got one lady ring me yesterday from Melbourne who's lost 30 kilos on it. I've got another lady who lost 10 kilos and got her dream job. And so people contact me a lot. Whilst people take on the Weight Loss for Life program, they can email me their progress for accountability, and all the foods I've included. Being a 45-year-old, I always look at what's anti-aging, and all the foods in the 10-week program are anti-aging foods. But I want to do something for people that will change their life. And going over, I know you and I have had this conversation about the 66 days, but really, if you start the program at the beginning of January and it takes you through to the end of the March, you will really change your ways in life and keep weight off. People they sleep better, they have more vitality, they lose the weight, and it does really work, and it's affordable. But the other thing is, in weeks 5 and 6, I've done a 2-week mini detox. So anyone who's gone hard at Christmas Day and they've had a big couple of days after, and they really feel they want to detox, they can buy the program and they can just start at weeks 5 and 6 and do the detox, and then move on to week 1 in the after the mini detox as well.
Gotcha.
I mean, and you know what? I have to say, some people go, it's a bit hard doing a program, and I just want to say to everyone out there, I'm a 45-year-old single mum. I have my 3 daughters 100% to the minute. I'm a full-time busy nutritionist. I've had melanoma. I've got IBS, and I've got so much energy, and my vitality is off the charts, and I'm living proof that my program works.
And I want to try non-traumatic fasting with you.
You can do it. Okay, you know what? That's a
non-traumatic.
People hear the word fasting and they think they can't eat for days, and that's so far from the truth. The thing about, when I first learned about fasting, I was like, oh no, I love my food way too much. I can't do that. And then I studied it, and then of course I guinea pigged myself with all the different types and varieties of fasting, and then I worked out the one that worked best and that got the weight off, and that's the one in my program. And it's really gentle. It's step by step. It takes you through. I've created my own little. So this is my own creation. I've created little tips to get you through the day, and there's a lot of hints, and that's the same as well with the detox. The detox, people think, I can't have this, that, and the other, whatever. The detox as well is something that's not traumatic.
Super quickly, how do you do your intermittent fasting? It's essentially, an early-ish dinner and a late breakfast the following day, right?
No, that's where, no, I don't do that at all.
Okay.
That's where people think I just do like the whole day of no food. I can't do that. My blood sugars would get way too low. And I would be hangry, and I would be unpleasant. Not happening. Okay, so you start the day. I like to do it between 500 and 600 calories. You do have to learn calories. Just go into Google and put in the calories of whatever it is. 3 small meals. 9 a.m. is your first meal.
Yeah.
Which is basically if you do a protein shake, or if you can do something like that, that's roughly 100 calories. Lunch, I usually get people to do, of course, protein has to be a big key. Lunch is 2 boiled eggs and a garden salad, and then go through to dinner, and dinner is usually lunch. I like to get people to do it about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. Dinner is can either be a 200-calorie protein bar. If they don't want to do that, they can do some tofu. Is a fantastic food, which is quite low cal. So look at about 100 grams of tofu and maybe some vegetables. Fruit's not great on those days, but it's all about keeping your calories between 500 and 600. But the tips are when you're feeling like you can't get through to the next meal, and I like the 4-hour breaks, grab a bit of chewing gum, drink herbal tea all day, keep busy, get out and about, go and see a movie. Just don't hang around the kitchen. And if you're prepping food for children, throw a bit of chewing gum in your mouth or brush your teeth.
Yeah,
I have all these little skills just to keep you. And you know what? I can honestly say the next morning after that fast, you feel fantastic. You really do feel really good.
And not even traumatised. Okay, good.
No.
Let's
you wake
talk
up to
about
a
that
nice
more
breakfast.
in 2018.
Yay!
That sounds fantastic. If people want to find out more, your website is sdlmethod.com. Live from the Gold Coast, having fun on holidays. Thank you, Sarah. Have a happy New Year, hon.